Welcome back to my mental health and crime channel. This is the case of Nicola and Bulley. I'm still going over the transcripts and I find this part to be very strange. Paul tries to contact Nicola. Call details show Paul Ansel tried to ring Nicola 6 times between 10:40 and 10:47. That's 10:40 to 10:47, also sending a WhatsApp message. He said that clearly in his interview with Channel 5 with Dan. At 10:50, Anne-Marie Fletcher called St. Michael's School, having found the phone, but not knowing how to get hold of Paul. Look at the timeline. Anne-Marie Fletcher is Penny's daughter-in-law. She manages to call the school at 10:50. Didn't they say that they found Nicola Bulley's phone near the bench at 9:20, and they said even 9:33? So between 9:20 to 10:50, that's 1 hour and 20 minutes. What were they doing around the bench? Why didn't they call 999? Why didn't they call their beloved primary school from the beginning? So at 10:50, Anne-Marie Fletcher called St. Michael's School, having found the phone, but not knowing how to get hold of Paul. Okay. At 10:50, a member of staff at the school calls Paul, informing him that the phone and Willa had been found. Sorry, at 10:54. That's 4 minutes later. Paul then calls Anne-Marie Fletcher at 10:57. This is interesting. The one where he informs her that Nikki has been struggling. So Paul calls Anne-Marie Fletcher at 10:57. She's by the bench, and he informs her that Nikki has been struggling. Why didn't Paul Ansel share this information that Nicola was struggling with Peter Folding? Then at least Peter Folding wouldn't have lost his job, and he could have searched through the weaves. He could have done a more search for a high-risk vulnerable person. I hope that they dedicate this bench to Nicola Bulley. I hope they dedicate this bench maybe as a mental health peaceful bench where people can come and sit and pay a tribute to Nicola and think about her, and at the same time enjoy the nature, which is really good for mental health. Get fresh air, remember the beauty of life, and remember Nicola Bulley, who we would never know what happened to that fateful morning. Let's watch this.
At the bench where we believe Nicola was last before she may have entered the water. As you can see, as you go down to the river, it is quite a steep slope. The river is probably down about half a metre from the day when we attended, when she went missing. When we get to the bottom, you can see it's quite a large step down into the water. Hopefully you can see on the screen there's a pile of rocks. Those rocks constitute a wall that goes pretty much vertically straight down in the water to around 4 meters of depth, and then as you go out across the river it slopes gently upwards with a sandy bottom towards the far bank. If I get into the water, it doesn't look like it's flowing very fast at all at the moment. The day in question, you could see there was a steady flow downstream. At the moment we're above the weir, and the whole time we were here searching, the water was flowing downstream towards the weir. Again, all of this was searched on the night in question by officers wading in a line, and we can see the whole width of the river. As you get to the weir itself, hopefully you can see there's a lip, but there's a lot of water going over it, even though the water is now down from where it was on the day. It comfortably pushed me over.
Yeah, but it's
Float
more
over the
flooded
top,
now. Well, there's more water now.
and straight into the faster flowing water at the bottom. It's not powerful enough, there's not a big enough drop on the other side to stop you. Again, we did search the other side of that weir to make sure there was nothing trapped in it. As I stand up now, it's waist deep, flowing faster. The bottom is rocky, difficult to stand up on. It does shallow to here where I'm about knee deep. Now below the weir, this river is tidal, and so it can flow in both directions. Again, when we were here, it was all flowing downstream on the day.
But on the 27th of January and the following 3-4 weeks, the river was much shallower. It was only 2 feet deep. It wasn't 4 deep, 4 feet deep. There's a lot of rocks, branches, weaves below, underneath in the river. So definitely Nicola would have got caught up on something. I refuse to believe that. I do understand that if the water was really cold, she could have got the cold shock. I do understand. And the two witnesses, one from the tennis club and the other one from the nearby houses, who said they heard screams. It was a very surprising scream, but they heard screams. And they're trying to tell us that's when Nicola entered the water, in the river. What if somebody was holding Nicola's mouth? What if somebody hit Nicola? And that was the scream they heard. How come nobody's mentioned Ron, who found the mobile device? And how come Paul Ansell called Nicola 6 times and one text message saying, "Are you lost?" Why didn't he say that in his interview to Dan?
If I'm being honest, it feels like I'm just stuck in a nightmare. We're going round and round in circles trying to piece together what could have possibly happened. And we've just got to keep such an open mind with everything, because we just have no idea where she is. It's like she's just vanished into thin air. There's no evidence to point us in any direction.
Pay attention to the mother.
My hope is that she's still out there. Something's happened and she's, I don't know, needed to take herself off for whatever reason, and we just want a home. We need her home. Her children need a home. It's just absolutely heartbreaking.
Only for you, what's the last week been like as a father?
It's been very difficult. As from last Friday morning to date, it's just been so painful. We're such a close-knit family. We talk to each other, both our children, Louise and Nicola, and the children every day. There's not a day goes by without talking to them. And this has just emptied our lives at the minute. We just feel so empty. We appreciate everything that everyone's doing to find her. The police have been brilliant, the local community has been outstanding, and it's just comforting from that point of view. But at the end of the day, we just want her back.
On that point, the community spirit has been unbelievable in a very small village. How much has that helped you, knowing that people have come from far and wide to help look for your daughter?
Massive. it's been massive. We've really appreciated it, and everyone that's been involved doing the sweep search of the fields, etc. It's just given us hope that someone might find something that could give us that little clue to what might have happened.
We just need something. We're nearly a week on tomorrow, and we're just going around in circles. It's like something's got to have been missed. There's got to be, somebody must know something. Somebody must know. People don't just vanish into thin air. There's got to be somebody that knows something. And all we are asking, no matter how small or big, if there's anything that you can remember that just doesn't seem right, then please reach out to the police. Please just get in touch and get my sister back.
I was going to ask you that, Lou. What is it you want to say to people watching this, wherever they're sat, wherever they're watching from, on their phones, on the tellies? What do you want to say to people in order to help you?
Well, just if anybody knows anything, just let us know. Just, Nikki, if you're bloody out there, just let us know that you're okay. We can sort anything out. We just want you home. We just want you home.
I wonder if our argument happened if Nicola Bulley, may she rest in peace, got upset. She did look upset that morning on the CCTV footage. Louise, I've always said, Louise, condolence to you, but you should definitely know more exactly what happened that day. Because on the 10th of January, you were there. And you were there when the mental health nurse, the welfare came. Why didn't you and Paul take Nicola? I know she's an adult, but why didn't you all convince her to go get a CCTV scan that same night with the ambulance crew? Was Nicola upset? You said you booked her a spa date with her and she did not get back to you because of the accident. Condolence for your loss.
You let me in. Well, it has been like that. So you actually saw the phone, is that right? Yeah. You saw the phone that Friday morning?
Yes.
Yeah, and that was around, was it after 9:30?
I gave a full statement to the police with the exact time because my wife's telephone call had the time on it, so but I've given a full statement.
Yeah.
Was it just on the bench, or was it just on the bench?
The phone?
Yeah.
How's the last 3 weeks been?
Each day something new comes out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But,
And in terms of, when you saw Phone, Lead and Willow, you knew who Nicola was.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you knew Willow, that was it, wasn't it? You knew Willow.
I knew I'd seen both the owners of Willow walking this dog in the past, but whilst I knew them by face, like I know your face, I didn't know the name.
Yeah. But I remember you actually telling me when you saw the Phone, the Lead and Willow, you were like, okay, I'm going to keep an eye on it because something doesn't feel right.
I got something gone to the toilet in me. That was my first. I got about this red brick building here, and I thought this is not right. And but then there was a conversation. But my wife was trying to ring me. I was trying to ring her. Penny had rung my wife. To say that you should fasten the dog up that was.
And Penny was the lady who actually spotted Willow initially and saw the phone but didn't know what was going on with the phone.
That's right, yes.
And then after that, what happened?
Well,
What was the next step?
then it was just a progression of things happening. We found out because of the wallpaper on the phone. We found out who the couple were, then the school was contacted and Paul arrived.
Yeah. Well, look, we'll let you carry on with your walk. I know.
How come Ron wasn't a witness in the inquest? Did Ron find the phone? Or was it Penny Fletcher, his daughter-in-law? Wasn't it Penny's daughter-in-law that found the phone, called the school at 10:50, and then Paul was called at 10:54. Do you remember? The primary school called Paul and said, Mr. Ansel, this is a weird one, at 10:54. But Paul said in his interview that he called the police at 10:50. That's the time he said we were about to leave, and he's supposed to be at home alone. Look at how tense and stressed Ron looks. Ron, if you found the phone and you said Penny was there, that means Penny's daughter-in-law was there. That makes 3 people definitely near the bench areas. Your wife was there because you said your wife had the phone. 4 people. There was a man with a beanie hat around there. 5 people. One of the last witnesses, that old man who's 70 years old or 69. That's 6 people. So there was a bunch of people around the bench areas, and y'all decided to call the police, call the primary school at 10:50. Penny's daughter-in-law called the police at 10:50. Pay attention. And Nicola's phone was found on the bench at 9:20, and we've heard 9:33. So you have a good 1.5 hour, 1 hour and 20 minutes, that these people were all just hanging around the phone, calling the primary school, calling Paul, calling the police, when we all know in this world, in each and every continent, if someone's missing, especially common sense will tell you there's a river there. Call 999, call 911, call whatever number police emergency you'll have. Look at how red Ron's faces. He didn't expect to be stopped by Sky News. That means he goes for this walk every day at that time. Pay attention. Pay attention. Because Sky News was doing the reconstruction of Nicola Bulley's timeline. He doesn't have a time because he